Hi, this is Alan from Alpus Group, and I'm going to talk to you today about a beginner's roadmap for profitable property investing. So, how can you get started in property if you have no money? Is one issue, and what we will suggest is two ways to do this to start with. And the first one is to source deals. Now, this can be quite complex. It can be a full-time career, or it can be quite simple in that if you introduce property that you're aware of is empty or derelict, unused, you introduce the purchaser to us. We would then appraise the property, and if we can acquire it, if it's suitable for development, then we will actually pay you a commission based on the value of that property. So that's number one way, is to just introduce somewhere that you're aware of. And it doesn't matter what sort of property it is at this stage. If it's a residential property, we may be able to resource it, reallocate its use as either house of multiple occupation or serviced accommodation. You just need to introduce the property, and we will appraise what it's most suitable for. Alternatively, it could be a commercial property, and it could be unused or underused, and it may be suitable for conversion into residential. So we will appraise the property, and if we conclude a deal on it, then you will get a commission from having introduced that deal to us. So that's number one way you can introduce property to Alpus. You source the deal and you get a commission from sourcing that deal. So if you want to go into more detail, more effort on this, you can do online research. You can look at the real estate websites, the forums, social media groups. Look for distressed properties, auctions, or off-market deals. If you know of somebody who has property for sale, introduce those to us, and the same applies. You get the commission. Networking is the other way to build your contacts and identify possible deals from meeting up with business people and investors. You can also do letter drops or postcards to property owners in specific areas of interest, and you can express your interest in buying their property. If they express the interest, you introduce it to Alpus, and you can get a commission from that. And also, you may know of property agents, sales agents who have properties for sale. If you introduce these and we are able to conclude a deal on them, then you receive a commission. So the alternative to sourcing deals is purchase lease options. So this is a powerful strategy where even if you've got no money, you can actually conclude a purchase of a property by leasing it for an agreed period of time, which could be maybe up to 5 years. It could even be beyond that. But you agree to purchase the property at an agreed price, which is going to be acceptable to the owner, and you effectively rent the property from them for that period of time. And during the period, you have the option to complete the purchase, or you may decide not to exercise the option, but essentially you're renting the property with an agreement that you've got an option to buy it. So the advantage of this is you're not required to make any hefty down payment. So you can start up with literally next to no money. You just need the money to pay the rental for the property. And if you're planning to rent it out, then you immediately get that money back because you get deposits from tenants, or you may be, if you're doing service accommodation, have to stand the cost for 1 month or so before you start to get money in from guests. So you've got control over the property without the immediate financial commitment of having to buy it. If the property does appreciate during the time that you have for the lease option, then you actually are able to take advantage of that increased capital value because you've got the price agreed at this point in time. If the property by any chance does go lower, then you don't have to exercise the option to purchase. You can just let the option expire. So the key considerations are the agreement terms. You've got to carefully define the lease duration, the purchase price, and the terms. So you need to do your own due diligence still, even though you're not purchasing at this time, because you want to set the contract up correctly so that when you do exercise the option to purchase, you actually make money from it. So there you have two ways in which you can start on your property investing journey. Even if you've got no money, you can source deals for Alpus, or you can identify purchase lease options. And even if you don't want to go into the purchase lease option yourself, if you introduce the purchase lease option to Alpus, then we will pay you a commission once we successfully concluded a deal. So for anyone starting out on property investing and wanting a roadmap to achieve greater success with property investing, then just follow this path: sourcing deals or property purchase lease options. If you want to speak to me about either of these topics, then you can call me at Alan at Alpus Group on 07539 141 257 or 0333 You can schedule a call with me at calendly.com/AlanJE, or you can just drop me an email at alan@alpusgroup.com. That's all for now. Cheers.